Hey there, it's the Yard Buddha, and today I'm going to be pruning this Acer palmatum. It is also called a Manyo No Sato, and it is a nice green variegated leaf. It has a bit of crowding going on in the middle here, just too much bunching of some of these branches. There's some dead branches in there too, so today I'm going to be taking out kind of a bunch of that middle part just to open it up, get a little more airflow going on through here, and then also any of these branches kind of coming out to the side will just contain a little bit and get it a little more in a shape. We don't want to take out any of the height. We want the tree to get taller. You can see kind of the dead branches, some of the dead branches in there. And we've had some crazy hot temperatures here this summer, a lot of hundreds and high 90s for at least a couple months, and so it has survived that, and it's kind of getting to be fall time now, so it's much happier. A lot of these other trees are even putting on new growth, so we'll get this all pruned up and I'll kind of get in there and show you how I do some cutting. Alright, so I'm just going to show you how I take out some of the stuff in the middle here real quick. I know I've done a lot of before and after videos of some of these trees, but I haven't really shown you how I prune them. I do apologize, I'm by a really busy street over here, so there's going to be some loud cars and stuff, but on this one, well, on most trees, I like to work from the bottom up because I think it just gives you kind of an easy area to work in. Once you start opening up this part, then you can kind of see what is available and see what's up there. So a lot of these smaller branches at the very bottom I'm gonna take out. You don't really want anything touching the ground, and these are concave cutters, and they work very well on Japanese maples. They create kind of a concave cut, like they say. You can see how they're shaped, and it makes it so that the branch cut heals over a little bit faster and smoother. So I try to kind of get as close to the collar as I can. Sorry if I'm reaching over and throwing stuff away, but any of these branches that aren't developed or dead are going bye-bye. So you can see how it's even starting to open up already. Usually anything that's coming back up or in towards the tree, I'll get rid of too. So you kind of want everything to kind of flow outwards, and then you also kind of look at some of these branches if they've got any dead on them, take them off. Anything kind of going down or causing too much of kind of a traffic jam, I tend to look to see if anything's kind of growing through the middle that you can open up and let the stronger branches survive while taking out the weaker ones. These are all dead ones. I'll go to the other side, and some of these dead ones you can just break off with your hand. So you can kind of see, like, this one here is crossing over that branch. I would get rid of that guy, actually, since it's kind of going up right there too. I'll get rid of the whole thing just so it's kind of going out. So I don't really want anything lower than this. So even these guys here that are getting too low and might even touch the ground, take off some of that. These are all kind of going back up and towards the tree. And they're dead. So this branch here may be a candidate to completely take out, because you already have a bunch of branches and foliage over here to the left. I'm not positive yet though, so when in doubt, just kind of prune it up a little bit first, and you can always take it out later. The only thing I'm worried about is taking out too big of a branch and leaving kind of like a huge gap in the middle of the canopy. So and then you can see kind of like right here, it's just got too much competition, too much going on. So start taking out some of these major middle branches. And then the more you open it up, the more you can kind of tell what the tree is wanting to do. Like this branch right here that's coming all the way up and through there, I'm going to take that out. Here's a big one here that we're going to take that out. Any of these that are shooting back towards the middle, you can kind of tell as you work your way up the tree the shape you want to make it, the shape it wants to make itself, or that it's giving you to make. Yeah, still not positive about taking this whole branch out. Let's trim it up a little bit. So that base is already starting to look a little more vase-like, a little more open, and that's kind of what I'm going to do all the way up through here. So we'll show you here when we have a little bit of an end project. Alright, so here's this Manyo No Sato, about halfway pruned, you can tell. But I've taken out of the bottom here quite a bit, making it much more open and kind of pointing outwards. I tried to not do a lot with these ones that have been kind of sun scalded. They're already hurting a little bit and under some stress, so I tried to leave most of those intact. Just wanted to show you a couple decisions sometimes that you have to make. So if you see this branch right here that's kind of crossing over this branch, I would really like to take that one out. But then you go and look at your tree and you say, if I remove this whole thing, it's going to leave a huge open gap in the middle of the canopy. And so for right now, I'm going to leave that, and then we'll hope that some of these other branches, since they're starting to get more light, will kind of fill that area in, and then later on we can take that out. You can kind of see how I've kind of shaved a little bit off the sides, taken out anything here that was going back up into the tree, and so kind of redirecting all the growth into more of like a vase shape. So now I'll just show you how we're getting into the top here a little bit more, and Now you're gonna have to make some more hard decisions, because you're gonna have to decide which one of these things, or which few of the top branches you want to be your main leader branches. And so again, just working my way up from bottom to top. Taking stuff out that I know I don't want first, and then you can leave those hard decisions for later. He's going back into the tree. Kind of studying to see which ones are thicker. Like this one, so the decision I would make on this is because it's going to get more sunlight going outwards that way, where there's nothing competing, whereas this one's coming back towards the middle and getting right into the mix with everything else. We'll decide that that one's going to be our strong leader for the future. So now I'm just going to go through the rest of these top ones, and we'll take out anything kind of coming back towards the middle, have everything pointing out or towards the outside, and we'll show you the finished product. Okay, so this is what I've ended up here today with this Manyo No Sato. I think I got a lot of the innards cleaned out, a whole lot more sunlight getting in there now, as you can see. And now it just kind of has this nice base structure all around it. Didn't have to take out too many of the top branches. I did take out a lot of the little stuff that was just kind of growing in here, which is just going to die anyways, or it's going to start growing left and right and just kind of clog that area up. So we left all the height on this tree. You can kind of see how much I did take out. It was probably about a third of the tree. Everything is kind of pointing up and out away from center. And I'll probably spin this tree around so that the sun kind of hits the other side instead of hitting this side that kind of got fried. So this is what it's going to look like for now, and at least until next spring. Maybe we'll come back and see how it's doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this and maybe learned a little bit about how to prune a Japanese maple. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.